Hello, everybody. Hope everybody is staying safe with this COVID-19. I know we all have to do that social distance, stay in the house way more than usual. So, I'm going to grace you guys with another story. It's been a while. I hope you enjoy it and stay safe, guys. Really quick before I get into it, these are my words. I created this story. It's from my own brain, my own cognizance. So I don't give anyone else permission or the right to use this without my permission or to duplicate it. Okay? Once again, enjoy. That time I let him use me. Ugh, I groaned as the sun shined directly into my sleeping eyes. The sound of the busy road behind me usually was an even and soothing calm. Today it was deafening. As I sat up, I had to hold my head in place as if it wasn't connected to my body. I sat trying to make the room stop spinning. It usually helped if I focused on one thing at a time. On the door of my armoire hung two rosaries, one brown and one black. It worked for a while until I started counting the beads. I don't know what it is about my brain, but after a while I would just start counting shit. The trees I'm driving past, the amount of doors in my office building, how many steps I'm taking, you name it. Then to make matters worse, I noticed that I was counting, then get mad at myself for doing it. I yanked my body in a different position out of frustration. I forgot that my head still didn't feel attached to my body, so any progress that I had made was foolishly lost. I focused on my bedroom door, another rosary. God, I can't win for losing, I thought. Attached or not, me and this head was getting up and out of this room. My quickest escape was the master bath across the room. Because I was so busy holding my head, I couldn't catch my balance as I slipped on an empty wine bottle. Fuck! I cursed at the bottle, then kicked it for emphasis. While my foot barely moved the bottle, my pinky toe, and it seemed almost willingly, connected with the bed rail. Son of a bitch! I yelled. I could barely move. I reached down and tried to squeeze my pulsating baby toe. I could feel the tears attempt to form behind my eyes. Fuck my head, fuck this toe, fuck these rosaries, and fuck this room, I thought. I needed to get the hell out of here, and now. I slowly hobbled over to the bathroom while both my head and toe challenged each other over who would torment me more. Oh, I uttered a fuck for every single step I took and for every throb of pain. I was sadistic, so every step I took on the injured toe, I took pride in the pain. Fucking want to hurt me. The blood seemed to rush only to my head and this single irrelevant toe. Like who the fuck misses an entire bowling pin setup of wine bottles to connect with the bed behind it? I had now made it to the toilet and pulled down my underwear and sat staring at the toe as if it could answer me and as if I wasn't the one in control. The longer I sat and stared at the fucker, it finally decided it would just chill. Thank God, I thought. Oh shit, thank God. I forgot all about him. Really? Yes, thank you, God, I said aloud. Thank you for waking me up, for loving me, for my family, for my job, my home, for this very bathroom I'm sitting in. I looked around at the large bathroom. Yes, Lord, I stopped mid-prayer. I saw the garnet towel balled up in the corner by the large tub that I just cleaned yesterday, that I only use on Sunday mornings. I hopped off the toilet and flushed without even bothering to wash my hands. I needed to investigate. The towel clearly was an indicator, but oh no, honey, I needed proof. I saw the small curly hairs around the drain, and this incited a new fire. Destiny! I yelled. I could hear the feet scurrying down the hallway, but I was angry and had nothing else to do in the moment, so I yelled again. Destiny! Yes, ma'am, my 17-year-old daughter greeted me. Is that your towel? I asked, pointing to the balled-up towel. I saw the look. You know the look. That stupid fucking look all teenagers give their parents when they know that you already know the answer to the question that you just asked. And to make matters worse, Destiny, of my 3 kids, was the only one that had a garnet towel with her name embroidered on it from tennis camp. Can you believe this smartass actually had the audacity to pick up the towel so that her name was facing up? This one? She asked, tempting me. How? This one? I mocked. Do you see any other fucking towels on the floor, Destiny? I spat. You know what? You're just trying to get me out of the spirit with all your foolishness, and it's not going to happen. How many times have I told you kids not to dirty up my tub before Sunday? It's like you want me to have to yell and fuss and be this person. No, but you said, I ain't say shit except to keep y'all asses out of my shit, I snapped. I asked you last night. You couldn't have asked me a damn thing last night because I was asleep. Yeah, I thought. I was asleep. I came home, showered, ordered pizza, got a bottle or two of wine, and went to sleep. Yeah, that's what happened. I could tell she was about to add more. If I were you, I'd just finish getting ready for church. She looked at me as if she didn't understand. I didn't even move my mouth when I asked her if she heard me. She looked at me 2 seconds too long before turning around to go. You know what? On another note, you can re-clean my entire bathroom, and you can do it now. I didn't know what she was thinking, but I knew that she and I should both just get away from each other. I grabbed my soap, my scrubber, and my towel and headed down the hall to use the main bathroom. I was angry, annoyed, hungover, and hurt. What a great way to start the day. At my house on Saturdays, we clean. So imagine my surprise to walk into the second bathroom and it be a jungle. The entire mess, screamed Johnny Jr., my 13-year-old. I just bit the bullet on this one and hopped in the dirty tub. My shower did me no justice. In fact, I was even more mad coming out than I was going in. I felt so dirty. There was no way Junior wasn't going to hear about this. No way. I went, placed my things back in the bathroom, just as Destiny was completing her task. We made eye contact but said no words. I threw my robe on and we walked down what today seemed to be the longest hallway ever to the kitchen. My husband John had his back to us as he finished cooking breakfast, and we took our seats. I looked at my 6-year-old Hope, who stared meekly into her empty plate, and at Junior, who sat there without a care in the world listening to some junk too loud in his headphones. I looked back and forth between the two. Junior could wait. I tried my best to soften my voice. What's the matter, Angel? I asked, trying to pry whatever was weighing on my baby's mind. She only shook her head and stared into the plate. I counted in my mind. 3. She's only 6. 2. You're not upset with her. 1. Keep your calm. I sighed. She was not helping shit. Sweetie, you can tell Mommy, I cooed. She looked at me studiously, and then at her father, who was now walking to the table with our breakfast. I saw him nod. Had I not been watching him, I would have missed it. The fuck? So he knows and I don't? I tried to find something to focus on quickly, so that the spirit of jealousy wouldn't overwhelm me. Okay. Child number 2? Nope. Still had a bone to pick with him. Child number 1? I looked at Destiny. Hell no. Okay, I thought. My wonderful husband has prepared a feast before us. Let me just focus on... I looked at the eggs. Were they runny? Nah. He knows I hate my eggs wet. They all love that shit. But it feels like snot to me. Yep. God, they want me to snap, and I'm trying so hard. I looked back at Hope, who immediately dropped her gaze at me to refocus on that damn plate. Okay. Find anything, Nicole. I finally found something. The soothed and rhythmic sounds of the washing machine. I allowed my ears to tune into the wash cycle, with all the clicks and breaks and watery calmness. Thank you, Father, for giving me something, anything to focus on. I'm so thankful that I'm able to even have this washing machine in my home, because I know everybody ain't able. God, Then it dawned on me. We just washed on cleaning day. Saturday. Yesterday. Who's washing? I asked. The table was silent. I cleared my throat. Maybe they didn't hear me. I said, who's washing? Junior, take off them damn headphones now! He knew I didn't allow anything but a Bible at my table once the food was served, and now the food was being served. He quickly snatched off the headphones. And we can count Junior out because he can't even clean the damn bathroom. I eyeballed him. It didn't feel good enough, so I would be circling back to that later. But now I was focused on this. And we know Hope can't work it. So once again, I asked, who is washing? I am, my husband said, sitting down. My hands were shaking. We bowed our heads as my husband said grace. I felt like I was choking on my anger. Amen, we all said in unison. The large platters of bacon, grits, and biscuits were passed around. I didn't even bother to grab nor pass that plate of runny eggs. He noticed my refusal. I smiled inside. I wanted him to know how insulted I felt. I couldn't take a bite of food until I knew. What might you be washing, hon? I asked sweetly. He quickly took a bite of his food so as to stall his answer. Destiny cleared her throat. You have something to say? I asked, annoyed. She looked like she wanted to shake her head no, but then thought better of it. Hope sheets needed to be washed, so I got them started, and Dad said he'd finish it. I looked at Hope, who was damn near laying in the plate. Hope? I said slowly. Why do your sheets need to be washed? She just looked at her plate. I could see her shoulders slumping in a way that was always indicative of her about to cry. Now what the fuck does she need to cry for? I hadn't even started yet. I slammed my fist on the wooden table, causing the dishes to clatter and the orange juice to slosh about. Answer me! I yelled. That did it. Any possible answer I would have gotten was hopeless now that Hope was crying. Hope, being my most sensitive child of all, had no middle level. She either did something all the way or not at all. Right now, this little girl was all the way in and dedicated to her cry. Destiny made an attempt to get up and go soothe Hope. Sit your tail down. She looked at me with a challenge behind her eyes, as if she would do anything other than what I commanded. I stared back, literally daring her with all my heart and soul to do otherwise. She picked up her fork and looked at her father. I pushed my plate away from me and linked my fingers and looked at my husband. He sat there, spreading jam calmly and evenly on the biscuit. I waited. He was now starting to eat said biscuit. Like, are you fucking kidding me? I thought. Okay, Nicole, don't create chaos with your king. I tried to count my breath and look around at anything but the table of people before me. It was hard. Here sat my 6-year-old crying like the world was ending. My 6-year-old who sat mumbling whatever teenage bullshit she could come up with under her breath. My 13-year-old just sat there like his fucking father, cool, calm, and oblivious to the rage that they had all sparked within me. Okay, I said dryly, making eye contact with John. Okay, what? He asked. His voice set on innocence. My words shook as they came out. Would you care to tell me, or anybody for that matter, I said, now addressing the entire table, what the hell is going on? Oh, not everybody was starving. They all managed to stuff their faces, even the infamous crying. John slowly and carefully chewed his food, not taking his eyes away from mine. Just calm down, Nikki, he started. Something about this man starting off his sentence that way made me feel the exact opposite. I am calm, I said through clenched teeth. His look told me he thought otherwise. Last night, this morning, Hope had a nightmare, and she peed the bed. I didn't even bother to hide my teeth smacked. Hope had just got out of this bedwetting phase, or so I thought. Growing up, I was already done with such behaviors before I started preschool, and of course we all make mistakes, but mine were met with the leather part of my daddy's belt. I personally believed Hope knew better. I truly felt Hope was just lazy. Hell, she may have been scared of the dark, the monsters, whatever it was, but you gotta be a lazy motherfucker to sit and piss yourself and lay in it. Cleanliness was next to godliness, and you could just imagine how I felt about laziness. Hope, I started. I was pissed. I mean, we had just took the damn plastic off her new big girl bed not even a month ago. I still tried my best to talk somewhat calmly. Do you remember Ideal? This brought on a fresh wave of tears. No, don't start back up with that shit! Answer, Mommy! She nodded her head yes. Okay. And what's the punishment for breaking our deal? I asked her. Now you would have thought I put my hands on this child. Girl, stop all that crying or I'll give you something to cry about. She still cried, only now she was silent. Honey, it was just an accident. She didn't mean it. Just relax. I looked at him. There was that damn word again. Stop telling me to relax, Jonathan. He raised his eyebrows, then sipped his juice. She is becoming a big girl and she needs to take some responsibility for her actions, I barked. She's 6, he tried to defend her. And that's 2 more years than I would even get, John. We've raised 2 before her. It's not hard. She's lazy. As I said the word, I looked at her. She had to be lazy. Nothing else was wrong with her. So since you do remember our deal, then just know Mommy meant what she said. I could see that John was starting to get frustrated, and I didn't want that, but Oh no, I refused to baby my baby child forever. I tried to stay on track. Sorry, baby girl, but Mommy has to keep her word. A while back, John and I decided to remodel Hope's room to adjust her from the toddler stage to where she is now. Now the deal was I would redecorate the room into whatever design she wanted, and her current obsession to date was 101 Dalmatians. So of course I went crazy with Dalmatians and spots everywhere. All Hope had to do was keep the room clean, which included not peeing the bed, and sleep in her own room at night. Simple enough. And if she didn't, then she'd simply not have a big girl room. Please, Mommy, no, she begged between sobs. I was not changing my mind. I stood up. John did as well. You are not taking away anything, Nick. Just give it a break. She made a mistake and it won't happen again. I started to open my mouth, but I thought better of it. If John and I were to get started, I fear it would not end in time. I looked at the clock that sat on the kitchen counter. I had an hour. I was pissed. How dare they keep secrets from me? And then, how dare he override my rules? I always backed him no matter what. I pushed an angry convo to the back of my mind for him for later. I gave one more angry glare at the dining room table with only Destiny's brave eyes looking back. I wanted to throw my plate at the wall, but instead, I grabbed the plate off the table and walked it to the sink. I didn't bother to clear off the plate or gently set it down. The food flew around the sink as the glass plate shattered. I stormed past my family and back to my room. As I passed the laundry, I decided to do a little detour and go inside. There was nothing calming about the water now. As I saw the bundle of black and white prints swirling around, I began to see another color. Red. I wanted to snatch those covers out and march them to the trash myself. Instead, I just walked over to the shelf and undid the bleach top. I poured the liquid, almost emptying the entire bottle. Joke will be on them, I thought. I said what I meant and I meant what I said. She can keep the comforter set. It would now be just as basic as the one I promised her she'd have had our deal got broken. I was satisfied with what I had done and felt so much better as I walked to my closet. I grabbed the hanging dress that I laid out the day before and slipped it on. I did my hair, brushed my teeth, and then did my makeup. I could hear John getting ready in the room. I still was not talking to him. And soon, he'd start putting the laundry in the dryer, and I'm sure after that, it would be him not talking to me. I was ready. Every hair was in place, and my makeup was flawless. I went to give myself one last look in the mirror before I left. Yep, I'm good, I said. And just as I was about to leave, I noticed two pink thumb-shaped patches on my navy dress. It was at that moment also that John walked into the bathroom as well. Baby, do you know you have a bleach stain on that dress? He asked, looking confused. Of course I fucking know! Now was said to myself. I was so pissed I couldn't even finish with him. I just walked away to find my other navy dress. I cursed that dress with each step to the closet. Fuck. Never did I make contact with the bleach. Why was the devil playing with me today? I had managed to look through the entire closet without finding my second dress. John! I was so upset, I was weak. I didn't want to fight anymore. I just wanted my dress and an exit away from this demonic house. John peeked in. I need my navy dress, the one with the black sequins. I saw him study my face and didn't think about the question. I started re-looking carefully at each hanger. Oh yeah, he said. It was at the cleaners this week. It should be with all the other garments. I looked at him blankly. Okay. So John, why isn't it in here? I truly was exhausted. Nikki, it was your week to pick up the cleaners. Did you go? My week? Are you... I stopped myself. I walked over to the coats and screamed long and hard. I unzipped the dress so quickly that the zipper got off track. That's it, I thought, and made a mad grab, ripping the dress off of my body. I smeared my makeup and made a fuss with my hair. John tried to comfort me, but I shoved him away. Don't touch me, I screamed. I grabbed the first dress I saw and flung it over my head. I didn't care to fix my hair or my makeup. In fact, I grabbed a pair of shoes and left barefoot. 15 minutes later, I found myself trying my best to fix my hair and makeup in a very busy drive-thru line at the McDonald's. I only had 10 minutes until church. Had I not stopped to curse out the fucker that cut me out, I'd have double that time. But we are where we are in life. At the second window, I was almost free when a familiar voice called my name. I rolled my window down. I didn't know the face or the name, but it seemed familiar. And I saw a lot of faces, so hey, I should know. "Hi, good morning," said the cheery, short, older lady. "Good morning," I said, trying to sound friendly. "I'm Sister Fashaw. I used to attend Mount Amor Baptist, but when my son started playing the keyboard for your church, and heck, Pastor Brown retired, I thought, well, show me the..." I cut her off. "I know who you are," I said, fakely. "Can I help you with something?" I saw the look behind her eyes change, but her smile never wavered. Yes, you can," she said, fumbling through the black apron. "I have it right here." I watched her check the apron 2 more times. "I'm really sorry," I started, "but I'm sort of running late." I added a hurt look for emphasis. "Can we get together another time?" "Look at God!" she exclaimed and clapped her hand as a child would. I saw her try to straighten out the crumbled bills. Before I could decline, she had already placed the money in my hand. "Now, this is all I got. I done gave God my 10% and I want to give him more. You see, my grandbaby, he want to get into a good school, become a doctor, and I just know the Lord will see my sacrifice." I opened my mouth to simply say okay and to get out of this line, but she continued. "I usually play them numbers every Wednesday and every Saturday, but nope, this time I'm going to bet on my baby. Yes, Lord, he going to be somebody." "I got to go now," I said, not only cutting her off, but driving off. "Okay, God, old McDonald lady and grandson, offering check." I counted the bills she placed in my hand, $13, and placed those bills in my change purse. I could eat and drive in the next 5 minutes. I opened my bag to feel around for my sandwich and hash brown, but I was met with the fruit salad. God damn it! I arrived at the church exactly 5 minutes later, hungry, hurt, angry, tired, and just over it. I slid into the shoes I had packed and made a beeline to the church's office. I had enough time to put on my robe and grab my Bible, and that's what I did. I stood in the doorway until Johnny Jr.'s bass guitar faded out, and I walked out. I wore a smile now fit for a pageant winner. "Hallelujah! Amen!" I yelled, with all the smiling, hopeful parishioners. "After those songs, I need y'all to let heaven know that we are here. We're here for the message. Everybody, look over to your neighbor and say, God is trying to tell me something." I looked out at the congregation as they all sat and repeated what I told them to say. "Yes, God." I took time to look at all the faces, all 200 of them, to connect, to be at one for the same goal. The last pew I focused on was in fact the first, where my family sat, looking at me with love. Well, not Destiny, because she had an attitude problem. Hope still was upset about her comforter, so she looked sad. Junior looked like he wanted to be anywhere else but here. And my husband, well, he wasn't looking at me, but he was facing the podium. I reached into my pocket for my phone to pull out my notes for today's sermon. I saw the missed alarm that said dry cleaners, shrugged it off, and went to my notes. How many of y'all are ready to walk into the promises and blessings that Jesus died to give us? It was only one sentence, and I had countless amens, and I could see them almost falling off the pew, ready for my next word. I waited for the quiet. The answer to why my life is so blessed, and why I have an abundance and all things good. You got to let God use you, like how he uses me. And I looked at him, waiting for it to sink in. All right, y'all. So that was that one. And while I still have your attention, I'm going to try to hurry up and get into a sneak peek of another book that I have going really, really quick. All right. Y'all ready? Sneak peek now. This is called The Time I Was Toxic. All right. I love that fast money. I mean, I could never hustle, but I appreciate it. And I supported it when it suited me. I was attracted to it. I just love being able to swipe when I wanted to. Money, trips, foreign cars, all due in part to tax-free living. I felt like the government. No, man, for real, I did. I mean, maybe more like a government worker. Whoa, wait, fuck. I meant what I said the first time. I was the government. Alright, back on track. I set the prices. I taxed whatever the fuck I wanted, whoever the fuck I wanted, how I wanted to. And there was nothing I didn't have access to. And the rules, well, they just didn't apply. Bitch, I was the exception. Now, babe, he was more like that government worker I was talking about. He had all the same privileges I had, except he had to, well, work. But enough about politics. I'm sure y'all have caught on by now. If not, maybe you will. It was about 7:45 a.m. when we pulled up to the Stop and Shop. I waited in the passenger seat until KT, Babe's baby brother, walked around to open my door. Thanks, love, I said as I walked to the shop's doors and waited for him to open that one as well. Breakfast did not officially start until 8, but Miss Annie could throw down in the kitchen, and the lines here proved it. It was about a good 10 people before me, but I never waited in lines. I walked to the counter not caring who was next and sat my Birkin on the counter. I could care less if Buddy at the counter was ready or not, because I was. I'll take the presidential breakfast with 3 eggs instead of 2 and a side of extra bacon. Oh, and hash browns instead of grits. I thought for a second that I heard somebody smack their teeth, and the way KT turned around, he must have thought the same thing. But we both had to be mistaken, right? Because everybody knew better, right? I turned to glare at their accused, and KT was one step ahead of me. You got something to say, bruh? KT questioned, an inch away from this bold motherfucker's face. I had to do a double take when I finally recognized the face of this bold one. Jamal, is that you? Damn. I meant to say that last part to myself, but my mouth just wasn't fast enough to stop the words from escaping. He looked a damn mess. His skin clung to his bones in the worst possible way. His hair was disheveled, and he looked like he had that outfit on for weeks. Ugh. And it smelled like it, too. Last I heard of this nigga, he had moved to the city and fucked everything that wasn't nailed down, and now he only came back because he had got burnt. And I heard he burnt a couple bitches, too. And now was trying to lay low. Ugh. I accidentally said out loud. Glad I never gave him the pussy. That comment I kept to myself. KT, it's all good, I said. I mean, look at him. He needs it more than Bay right now. Letting Jamal skip me, well, finish his order, would be the good deed that I did today. KT stood for a couple seconds longer in Jamal's face. Grab Bay a couple of Fantas. Pineapple. I beckoned to KT. KT finally walked away, but never breaking eye contact with Jamal until he was out of his sight. By the time KT came back from purchasing the drinks and food, our order was ready. I followed behind KT as he reopened all those same doors and then drove us home. This was how I started each day. When we pulled up back to the house, Bay's bright-colored G-body was... I can't talk right now, okay, I'm done. G-body was backed into his half of the two-car garage. I hated this car. It screamed, looked at me, and tax-free. But you couldn't tell these niggas nothing, so I didn't. Okay, I'm going to stop now because I'm getting tongue-tied. Mouth is dry. All of that. Hope you enjoyed the sneak peek. I hope you enjoyed the other story. Gonna finish writing, and it should be another story up later on today. Alright. Much love. You guys be blessed.